Okay, here we go. Let me start off by saying that this introducing myself, I think you may have forgotten me. My name is Vijay and this is my channel Phoenix Right On. And let me just start by saying that how sorry I am for not being able to upload any video over the for 2 months, I guess, 2 months or more. And I would also like to thank those who stayed and those who supported me through the rough time that I had. Especially, I want to thank my good friend, my bro, my man, Coral. You better watch his videos. He's super dope. And with that out of the way, I had some issues to settle with, so that's why it took me so long. So, and for those of you wondering that's a reason. And I can't share exactly what happened, but I'll just try to keep moving forward. That's all I can say. And this is gonna be a new Whatif, and this is about Deku. Yes, your favorite Deku from My Hero Academia. And this Whatif will be about what if Deku was the hero Rift. Yes, Rift, you heard it right. He's gonna be called the hero Rift eventually. And for those of you wondering who's Rift and everything, we will get through it. You will learn soon enough. And with that out of the way, this would be the part 1 of what if Deku was the hero Rift. And let me start. As you know, at the start of the anime of My Hero Academia, Izuku Midoriya, a timid young boy who always had the dream of becoming a number 1 hero, just like the number 1 hero whom he has been admiring ever since he has learned to know about him, his sense of justice and everything. Yes, and lucky for him, he was born in a world full of super beings, those of people who were born with quirks, who gained new abilities and such. As it was time for Izuku's assessment of his quirk assessment test, he goes to the doctor with his mother, and to his dismay, he finds out that he is not one of the lucky ones to be born in the 80% category who were supposed to have quirks. He fell under the category of the remaining 20%, but still, he wasn't disheartened. He was bit, and after that, he, along with his mother, Inko, supported him, knowing that the boy still has not given up. So she, with everything that she could, try to console the boy. And after he goes to the school the next day, his childhood friend, he is still a child, so his friend Katsuki Bakugo, since he has developed a flashy quirk, was curious about where Izuku Midori and where Izuku has been all this time, and he asked him whether he has got his quirk or anything, to which Izuku says, no, Kachan, I'm afraid I don't have a quirk. This disappoints Bakugo a lot, and he begins tormenting him every day, in and day out, picking on him. And yet Izuku did not give up on his dream, and takes on everything that Katsuki throws at him, physical abuse and mental abuse, so that sort of thing. Just like kids those age, what would they like to do when they see someone different? They antagonize them. Yeah, that's exactly what is being done to Rizuku, and he comes home with a lot of baggage, but yet he has a smile. But this is where things gonna change off a bit. As I was saying, Izuku's father is working overseas, and during the time he's totally just there, he vanished the face of the earth. And Izuku's mom has been working a shift every day in and day out. All that they own is a house which they live in, and Ingo, is actually a scientist in this one, and she has been working tirelessly to help Izuku, to which he has no knowledge of, um to support the family and all, and also to help him develop some. Even if he doesn't have a quirk, she wants to help him some way to uh, do something about that. So she is a theoretical physicist, if you know what I mean. And for this, during one of her studies, she believes in parallel universes and everything. So she begins to work on that. And during one of her experiments, uh, one of her experiment goes awfully very bad to surprise of everyone, and it detonates, leaving no trace of her behind except her lab coat. At this time, Izuku was about 6, and the child care support came in, and they delicately delivers the news to the little kid. He was totally tormented. He was totally shattered. His heart was shattered, learning about what happened to his mom, because all that he had was his mom, and now she's gone. And that, um, but one of these, I'm sorry for spacing out. But during after hearing all this, the company in which she worked for, um, they gave him a key, and to a locker to which the lawyers were supposed to take him, and he went with the lawyers after finishing everything that is needed for the funeral. Since there was no body, there was no funeral, just some ritualistic stuff undone, and he was left around. Actually, he was taken to the locker, and where he found a briefcase and stuff, and a letter saying to addressed to him from his mother. She says that, "Don't worry, Zuko, things will be alright. I know I have been working so hard, and I haven't been able to paying much attention to you. I apologize for all of that, but I'm doing all this to protect you and make sure that you get your dreams. You get to be the man I know you can. Don't be disheartened, my dear Zuko," she said. The letter says, "and when the time comes, you'll know what I have been working. Until then, you'll find all the answers in the briefcase." And she and that's all that. And at the end of the letter, she says, "I love you, Zuko," and that kind of stuff, motherly love and everything. And after that, Izuku's left alone at his home. He says he doesn't want to be he just want to be alone, and he doesn't have any other direct family. except for a drunkard of a guy, a guardian, might you say. He is just say some family relative or something. The guy is one to taking care of his ego, and he goes to school as usual. And the next day, after everything, after a few days of her mother's disappearance, so-called disappearance or lab accident or death or whatever, he goes to the school, and he, like as usual, is being bullied by Bakugo. He says something along this line: "Wow, Deku, I guess you're more pathetic than you were before. It would have been better if you were the one who blasted off rather than your mother." He says something on those lines and bullies him, and Izuku says, "Why are you doing this to me? I haven't done anything to you. Why are you being so mean, Kachan?" "Well, it's just a gift. Let's just say that I don't like you. You are weak, pathetic, useless Deku. That's what you are. And as long as you stay that way, I will do whatever I can to torment you. I'm already being tormented by the loss of my mother. Why do you have to go to such lengths to do so much more worse than I can already feel?" He says and cries out and leaves. And after that, he goes to home, and to his dismay, disheartened heart, he sees that drunkard of a guardian whom he is living with, who just stay there for child support money, gives him a lot of chores and stops what to his surprise, he says that he would not be going to school, and I don't care whatever everyone says, regardless of what everyone says, me being quirkless, me being useless, and me being the one who's responsible for my mother's death. I don't care what the other says. I know she loved me, and I will do whatever I like. You can go do whatever you want. I don't care." And he says, and because of that, he kind of fell into the wrong crowd. He is still a good kid, but over the time, because of the drunkard uncle and everything, because of the debts he has to Deku, the drunkard, in a few years, the drunkard dies, and Deku, to take care of himself and his life, he actually becomes a thief, a little thief. He's becoming a pickpocket, just a little small petty theft and here and there to meet his daily needs. He doesn't care about the hero society and everything. He doesn't hurt anyone. He just a good thief. That's all. And during one of these times, and as time passes by, he let's just say that it's about the time of start of the anime, and he turns 14. And during one of his visits, he is being approached by figure to steal some important documents from the place where his mother worked. By this time, the place has the lab has widened its popularity, I guess, significance all over the world, and Mizuku reluctantly takes on the job and goes on and steal. And to his dismay, he finds out that the person hired him wants him to take what seemed like let's just say a metal or some sort that was inside a briefcase that was similar to his mother's. He long thought he had long forgotten, and he takes it, and the alarm goes off. But still, he manages to escape, and he goes out, and he stashes it, and he tries to call the client who hired him, but for some reason the guy seems to be non-existent, kind of. He doesn't pick up the call, and he waits. What am I supposed to do with you? And also during this time, the drunkard of the uncle that whom he had lived for some time had been kicked off the house, and everything that was once and everything has came to Izuku once again. He still lives there sometime, although no one barely. He is kind of a ghost there. He just doesn't want people to know what he is capable of. During this time, he has picked up certain abilities. I mean, abilities in the sense of human abilities. Agility, his reflexes, his agility is kind of the charts of a human potential. After that, he reaches his home and he sleeps in his bed, and he thinks, wow, I haven't been here since a long time, and the room seems to be lots smaller than I used to remember. Guess I have grown. And he keeps it, and he stashes the briefcase away, and he sleeps on his bed, and time passes by, and unbeknownst to him, after he brought up the briefcase, a light begins to emanate from it, and it is reacting towards the old briefcase that his mom gave him, had him given to him after her supposed death, and they both react to it, and Izuku hears a faint voice saying, calling out his name, and he sees his mother dripping into a void of blackness, of nothingness. She's just keep fallen and everything, and he tries to reach to her, and immediately he wakes up, and he thinks to himself, it has to be a dream, and he sweats heavily and breathes heavily, and after that he sees the light illuminating from two sides, one from the new box that he brought in, the other from the old box that his mother gave him, and he opens both of them, and the metal, there were two different metals and two different dark matter. They both collide with each other, and once he touches them, it opens up a rift, and he falls down, just like how his mother fell inside, and he begins to see images of things, people. He goes through from a dark place and towards a bright yellowish place, yellowish full of lightning, and then crackling images all over. He sees a guy in a red suit racing past everyone, and a yellow suit, and then after that blue suited tight guys, and he has no idea what he thinks he's being dreaming, and the metals that he saw before all this happened begins to wrap around him, and enter his bloodstream, and enter his entire body, and he begins to be filled with energy. He feels like he's been falling for eternity, and he goes through all of it, and he returns, after a few moments, realizing that what was that, and he couldn't find the element that he has supposedly had to deliver, and he thinks that maybe he'll just pass on, and he sleeps, and thinks that he will deal with it when the time comes. After that, he goes to sleep because he feels a bit tired, and he thinks of dreaming, and he dreams of going to somewhere else, and when he wakes up, he was no longer in his bed, but he was actually falling from the sky, and he is panicking and doesn't know what to do, and he screams out, how the hell did I get here, what the hell is happening to me? And he immediately oh, get me out of here, and says that, and in a moment he opens a rift, and he falls back on a grass. This is where I'm gonna leave it off. I know this was kind of all over the place, but trust me, with the given time, I think you people will be liking. I hope you will like it. But if you don't, and if you have some other suggestion for me, please let me know. And thank you for patiently listening to me. And I wish you all good luck. Be safe. Take care. And leave your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you, guys.